His Holiness Bhagavan Sri 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 Viswayogi Viswamji Maharaj is a spiritual humanist who is an embodiment of divine and unconditional love. Universal integration, peace, love, brotherhood, service to needy people, and propagation of human values are some of the goals of Bhagavan Sri 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 Viswayogi Viswamji Maharaj. In the year of 1965, Sri Dattatreya Vadakar Maharaj, a dear disciple of another one, a process of initiation in which the guru gives to the disciple a mantra, Om Sri Saram Guru Devadatta, and transmitted all his power into Swamiji. In the same way that Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa gave away all his power to Sri Vivekananda. From then onwards, Sri Viswayogi Swami practiced severe austerities for 21 years with undivided attention and observing strict celibacy both physically and mentally. While thus engaged, he remained free of all traces of ego and attachments of every kind. Through intense yogic sadhana search, sadhana search and yogic sadhana exertion, he became the recipient of the supreme power of awareness. With that, he became a Viswayogi and today is regarded as Viswadatta. Out of his boundless compassion, he gave to humanity the mantra Om Sri Sai Ram Guru Devadatta, which has proved to be a divine wish-fulfilling tree, fulfilling every desire of his disciples. This is his ninth incarnation, the great liberated, evolved soul. The Swamiji got a big-sized rosary and bedecked the neck of Sri Viswamji with a sacred garland with admiration, affection, with affable love. He called and named Viswamji as Mahayogi, the greatest of yogis. The body of a human being is like a temple with a heart as the altar. Man worships God not because he would grant them favors, but by doing so, the divine energy within may manifest itself. A person who through spiritual practice establishes a permanent relationship with the all-pervading divine energy himself gains certain powers and uses the same for the welfare of the human family. That person is a yogi. That person is God. As above, so below. On forever it will go and grow. Sis bro, yo. What's up, dogs? Oh. Welcome to Center of Light. Tonight is Center of Light. One moment. I gotta change something. There we go. Tonight is Center of Light Human. Tonight is Center of Light Human. I always give a title of what it's about and then also give a title to the presentation. So tonight is Center of Light Human Being. That is the ultimate in humanness, but also in being. Being. What is being? I'm being a something. I'm not being a something. Even when you're not being a something, you're being a something. So we're going to get down to some presentation here shortly. I do have some announcements I want to make. I want to say thank you, everyone, for making Homecoming Crossing the Bridge to the Soul a bestseller last year. I just looked on Amazon. Thank you, Rena, for the review. What a lovely review. I appreciate you greatly. You can jump seat. The link is in this forum at the very top to Amazon to purchase this bestseller, Homecoming Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. Hello, Elaine. I felt you come in. Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. What does that bridge look like? It's not a pretty one. It's a crickety rickety one. But are you brave? Are you courageous enough to traverse hell? Hell, what else do you have to get to heaven? And if Jesus is the teacher, or at least one of them, and he descended into hell for 3 days, then we got to follow the master into hell. Welcome to hell. It's 2021. And we've only just begun. So it requires all of us, all of us to put the all of ourselves into it and become human My Lord Swamiji Viswayogi, I have many, many stories about how not only have I come to know Swamiji, but what has taken place in my life because of Swamiji. Many spiritualists, I get it. Millennial spiritualists will say, well, we don't need anyone. Well, we don't need anyone. We don't need anyone. Not a single solitary person. We don't need Jesus. We don't need Buddha. We don't need Krishna. We don't need any of that. I get all of that. But if I'm going to the grocery store where I get my manna, my sustenance, my food, my spiritual food, chick dude, if Swamiji pulls up to me, next to me in a Lamborghini, a spiritual Lamborghini, says, hey, Keith, you want to ride to the supermarket to get your sustenance? I'm going to say, sure. That takes many steps off of my walking, not because I'm lazy, more because I want to hang out with my bro, Swamiji. Likewise, guru, student, guru, disciple fashion. When you fashion yourself to something that is greater than ourself, then something greater to ourself can begin to happen. Swamiji is such a one. It's like your best friend giving you props when you need it. Tonight is Center of Light, human being. How is your level of being? How is your level of seeing? And you can bet that your level of seeing will relate to your level of being. Elaine says, hell is breaking open to see the truth. I love it. What is the truth? I know the absolute truth. Keith, that sounds cocky and arrogant. Okay, it's cocky and arrogant, but I do know the truth. So Keith, please share with us what is, hang on, I got to do something. I don't have to be bouncing around all night. Let me remove and then authorize for whatever this is. Oh my God, what a process. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. All right, here we go. So what is the absolute truth? Every being in the universe is seeking joy. Even murderous motherfuckers are seeking joy. Let me try this one more time. That way I don't have to bounce around screens to see what everyone is up to. Because I love you. And I think I figured it out. One sec. Boop. I think I did it. Let's get with it. Come on. There we go. So, every being in the universe is seeking joy. So joy becomes the barometer, the thermometer, be it under your tongue or in your bung. It doesn't matter. So every being is seeking joy, bliss, peace. So it becomes the tell, the sell of where we're going. What do we want? And it's different for everyone. What is awesome for me may not be awesome for you, and vice versa. But Swamiji, my master, on earth today, his 9th incarnation. Here's a picture of me serving not only my Lord, the Thee, the Lord. There's always light phenomena on Swamiji. And I'm not giving him my ear. Mind you, it looks like that. I'm giving him my heart. Truly giving it. When I do these presentations, often I get a very cool sounding title. Tonight is Center of Light Human. The presentation is Being. I really had nothing to go on. I just knew it sounded cool. And in the sounding cool of it, push comes to shove it, I can at least make it entertaining. That is what I do. I am an entertainer. I am a singer, musician. So it's all entertainment. And then it started to weave itself an hour before I went live. Welcome to Center of Light. Let's go into support Center of Light mode. Gonna be right back. See you shortly. So thank you, Robert Harrison. If anyone is interested in any of these gifts that Robert has donated to Center of Light, along with the lotus flower incense holder will come a box of this Satya Sai Baba Nang Chapa Agarbati. It smells like something you want to just wear or eat or lick. Tonight is Center of Light human being. How are you being? How is your state of being? Seriously, ask yourself that question. Don't answer the question. Just ask the question. Though an answer may arise, leave it. And it may be a beautiful answer, and still leave it. Believe it. What I'm sharing with you is, if you leave the answer, even though it's positive and supporting, and you're the one that steps back, and you are the witness of the support of the mind, then you get to realize the mind is beginning to work in your favor. And it's such realization, you integrate to a greater capacity. I am a clear or of clear mind. And beings like you, me, and the we of it all are hard to find. Tonight is Center of Light human being. Let's do it. Yes, KK, it was a Christmas. It was a Christmas presentation I did last year, but I love me some Christmas. Here we go. Yo. Hello, Dana. Better get your Christmas shopping done early, girl. All right, here we go. Let me get my notes. Tonight is Center of Light human. Man. Being. Hello, Carmen DeShasha. David Whiteside, Elaine, everyone. Tonight is Center of Light human. Man. Being. The sound of the soul. is an ancient name for God that has been sung for thousands of years in many lands for spiritual unfoldment. I love that word. Man, meaning of the earth, relating to or characteristic of people. The definition of human. Everyone knows me knows I'm big on definitions. You cannot argue with Webster. He's not even in the debate. Definition of human, relating to, as I said, or the characteristic of people human. The definition of being. Listen to this carefully. I love the English language. Oh my God. Being definition. The nature of existence. Similar existence, living, life, animation, animateness, aliveness, reality, actuality, a sensual nature, lifeblood, vital force, entity, soul, spirit, nature, essence, substance, entity, inner being, inner self, psyche, if it's clear, heart. Well, it's still spirit, but it's the clarity that takes it away from the beauty that it could be. Heart, bosom, breast, core. Oh my God, the core of being. Human. Kernel, marrow. I don't know if that means like blood marrow. I don't really know how they're using that word here. Quiddity, don't know what that means. Pneuma, present participle of be. Dr. Katie Camara last night posted this thing. Article, meme. It was amazing. So much so I gave it a funny response twice on 2 different pages. Again, I feel it important for me that I'm speaking about tonight, human. What is it to be human? Fully on fire. It looks like this. Not the handsome guy to your right, or to your left, but the beautiful, delicious, divine man, woman, androgynous, soul level, cosmic conscious awareness being. And that lives in all of us. That, he, it, she, we live in all of us. Dr. Katie Camara last night posted this about being human, basically. You are the infinite potentiality, the inexhaustible possibility, because you are all can be. The universe is but a partial manifestation of your limitless capacity to become. Beyond the witness, there is an infinite intensity of emptiness and silence. This was from a teacher, I'm assuming, by the name of, strange spelling for me, Nisar Gadatta. If you lay awake at night, staring into a star-filled sky, and try to imagine nothing, you might conjure up an image of empty space. But is it truly nothing? Empty space is really just another container, like an empty cupboard. To get to nothing, you have to take away the cupboard and all the other containers, including space itself. Definitions aside, we do perceive something instead of nothing. For some philosophers, this is a question that, although it sounds perfectly logical, cannot be answered. It would sound something like, what is the color of the number 3? For others, the answer is more simplistic, almost disappointingly so. If the current state of the universe is something, then it must have been caused by previous state of the universe, which was also something. The ancient Greeks tackled the question of nothing by undoing its nothingness, filling it with an invisible ether. The concept persisted well into the 19th century, to be finally put to sleep by Einstein. But the sense of ether does continue in quantum physics as the Higgs field, which, like ether, permeates the vacuum of space. Empty space is marked by quantum fluctuations. Everything is always fluctuating in and out of reality. Random blips of information moving at God speeds and then off to somewhere else. Believe it. Sairam Anjana, my beautiful Bahan. Love to your family. Empty space is marked by quantum fluctuations, which are basically effects without causes. Primeval static, or something appearing out of nothing. Essentially, the universe is always being spontaneously generated based upon our observations. So where is the nothing that gives rise to it? Maybe we're living inside of it, and from inside it looks like something. Moving back to philosophy, we can look at nothing as simply as not something. Seen this way, nothing and something exist together, like conjugate pairs in quantum physics. Position and momentum, energy and time, with one being less clear as you observe the other. It's so true. You know, you focus on an erroneous devil, you can't see God, you're focusing on an erroneous devil. You focus on God, no such devil and nonsense exists. Perhaps Joseph Campbell had it right when he talked about God as both transcending and pervading the universe, much the same with the Higgs field does. Perhaps nothing/something is a metaphor in the same way that God is, with each one coming at the answer from different sides. God is a metaphor for a mystery. No joke. God is a metaphor for a mystery that absolutely transcends all human categories of thought, even the categories of being and non-being. And tonight is center of light, human being. And this divine avatar, because of its presence, the earth has another chance. There are many avatars on earth, but tonight is about Swamiji. So what is that paradox beyond truth and non-truth? Could it take form in a human being? It looks just like this. The joy from Swamiji is boundless. Let's keep moving on. My sister Anjana, she is the troublemaker that introduced me to Swamiji. Thank you, Anjana. Keep moving forth. Let me refresh this again so I don't keep going back to YouTube. Hello, everyone on YouTube. Hello, everyone on Facebook. 1 second. Here we go. All right, moving on. I'm going to brag a little bit. I got some good juju, some good karma. Here's me serving my master. There's always light phenomena on Swamiji. Always, always, always. And Anjana says, he used me to bring you to me. You know, Anjana, I thought about that today. When I finished For the Love of God, a spiritual journey, I don't know if you know this, Anjana. This actually happened. Hello, Melinda. Anjana, this happened. The last edit in the book about my journey to India to see Sathya Sai Baba, I fixed a comma or whatever, and I hit save and I saved the document and I closed it. I stood off of the chair to go to the bathroom and I said, thank you, Lord, for 14 whatever plus beautiful years, blood, sweat, and tears years. My phone rang that moment, and it was Mona Winfrey. I would love to talk to you about how you and Swamiji ended up. Mona told me he found me astrally. So my question is beyond me and all that. That's not my intention. I'm just stating this real time, that I would love to talk to you about how this actually unfolded. This was truly on my mind today. So let's keep moving. Keep grooving to the universal heartbeat of that drum we hear. So now I'm going to move into the segment shortly about Swamji, the ultimate form, perfection, erection of a human being that has come from that very nothingness, who governs that very nothingness, into a state of being a pillar of light beyond we can even begin to imagine, as was said in my last marathon of reading. I think I'm going to paraphrase this experience by Anjana. Some years ago, Anjana, in a group of people, family I'm sure, maybe some followers, disciples, they were going to an event outside. I may get some parts wrong, but it'll deliver the punch, the power of Swamji. As soon as they opened the door, the clouds broke open and it begins to rain. Rain, R-A-I-N. But also, Swamji says, give me a couple of minutes, I'll be right back. He went upstairs, did whatever spiritual woo-woo, powerful magic he has to be an avatar of glory, power, and the future of our story, this second, this minute, this hour. And the rain stops. And when they got done with the presentation, the event, the heavens opened up. The rain began to stop. R-E-I-G-N, rain, like spiritual rain. That looked like Joe Sugar coming in. What's up, Joe? All right, y'all. So tonight we're speaking about center of light, human. Being. We're not human doings, though we do it a lot. It's about being. In such a way of powerful being, by being the love of God. Let the love of God fall upon you. It's always been that way. It's time to celebrate who you are. Even in your perfection, you sinner, you. You are perfect in every way. Perfect as you are. The Lord, God, the Godhead accepts you as you are. It's not a sin to be born human. It's a privilege. Take this opportunity and feel your way back to your Maker, your divine lover, your divine parent. And that will make all things become apparent to you by the simple joy that you have in your life, in your being. And in such a way of being, you become human, fully ignited. There are souls waiting in queue beyond what we can understand time even is, to be born human. It is only through human birth that God can be realized. There may be other civilizations highly evolved beyond what we call technology, but we have a technology that they want, as to why we are the rock stars of the omniverses, because they're coming through dimensional portals to get to us to see what the heck it is we're doing and how we're doing it and how good we're doing at it. So it's time we get at it and get with it, get jiggy with it. Swamji, Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, Paramahansa Yogananda, Anandamayi Ma, Sai Ma, Safi Sai Baba. If there was no hope for humanity, God would have no purpose to come to earth. None. It's over. It's just the game's over. It's dudding out. It's becoming limp. So why does God continually come to earth in the form of these human beings? To support the prophecy. Why does God come to earth in the form of human beings? God is the earth. God is the human being. God is everything. But it comes in the form of a human being so we can understand how divinity itself walks, talks, acts, and behaves. So we can rub a little bit of elbow and get some of that good juju on us so we can start smelling pretty good. And to polish our shine. Are you shining? Are you becoming a full-fledged human being? Are you? Don't answer the question. because the answer is only going to judge you, even if it's positive, because you're not even the negative or the positive. That's not what you are. Like Swamiji, you're neither the negative or the positive. Positively so. You are beyond that. Positive and negative are relative terms that we use to describe something. What is your hell is someone else's heaven. Don't play the game. So what do I do? Just be happy for no reason. There's nothing to do. It's already done. It's infinite. It is already won. Are you such a one to move into the experience that is eternal? Is the question without answer. It doesn't require an answer. The answer should be yes, but there's something else beyond the yes, which is the yes is so monumental we haven't invented a word yet to describe the level and bang of my yes. Let's move into a little more into Swamiji, the ultimate personification of being human. Here is a trailer for a movie I did a few years ago with my cell phone. Thank God for alien technology, extraterrestrial technology. It's called Peace, Love, and Unity, a modest documentary. This is just a trailer. I'm doing this to give you the feel, the power, and it's going to graduate because I have more things coming here in a minute. But this is no more powerful than your blessed deity of Jesus, or Buddha, or Krishna, or Maitreya, or Gandhi, if that's your way, or Allah, if that's your way. Because ultimately, the only way is peace, love, and unity. That's the way. But it's here now, pointing the way inward. Peace, love, and unity will guarantee everyone a spot on the train to Ascensionville. I'll see you shortly. Hello everyone, Keith Anthony Blanchard.
Hello.
With my son, beautiful boy Ian Sky. Today, Swamiji Viswa Yogi, God Realized Man from India, is going to be here to do a peace walk.
So we should not.
And oneness.
Welcome back to Center of Light. Tonight is Center of Light Human Being. How are you being with yourself? How are you being with others? And it will directly relate to how you are seeing others. Were you able to see? Were you able to step back from the nonsensical drama, beautiful it is, I tell you, that's happening in this world? You watch a movie, you get so engaged in its nonsense, you are not only watching the movie, you are engaged in the movie. You're participating in the movie. As to why when something funny happens, you laugh. As to why something horrible happens, you cry. And you look at the person next to you and see if they're crying. They look at you and they caught you looking, because they know you did it as well. And why you get mad? You're watching a movie. When you become so groovy in such a way, you understand the power that is inherent in being an observer. You see, God does not do anything. Well, Keith, that's not what Scripture says. I'm telling you, God does nothing and everything at the same time. But He only does the everything through other human beings, God sits back and watch. A little child, something's going to go happen that's terrible. Does God intervene? God does not intervene. He lets the story play itself out. Sounds terrible. That's the illusion of God, not the reality. The reality is the truth, which is, I am unconditionally loving you and nurturing you between forever and ever, both ways down the scale on the timeline, because I know this said experience is going to give you your greatest soul growth. You see, spirit is not on a timeline. It just knows that one day you're going to come back home. Homecoming, crossing the bridge to the soul. Let's continue on. Tonight is Center of Light Human Being. You're beyond what you can possibly imagine. I'm going to read from Homecoming, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. What the human being is in only a small dose. There are more levels to the human being. Hello, Majestic. So let's do that. What is the human being basically? At its basics. Thought energy is the primal force that gives birth to life in all of its forms. Just because you are not aware of your thoughts after they leave your head, it does not mean that your thoughts die. The moment you entertain any thought, the universe begins to work toward its manifestation. Everything is affected because all is one, the same body, the same being. For you to understand more fully that everything is of one energy, Swamji is that one energy, the embodiment of you, me, and the we of it all. Hello, Robert. We must start with the soul and work our way outward. Know that in every human being, there are more bodies than just the physical one, and there is much more taking place than meets the eye. The spirit, self, or body. The spirit is the aspect. Listen. The spirit, self, or body. The spirit is the aspect that descends. Heaven is above. We're on earth. So we came here to be heaven, because that's where we come from, if that's an analogy you need to use, on earth. The spirit is the aspect that descends into a body to partake of the human experience. It creates and governs all that is you. The spirit works in conjunction with your own awareness to bring about what is beneficial for you and your evolution, so that you may one day embody the divine principle. Right smack dab in the middle of the screen. That is the divine principle embodied. More about the human being. The mental self or body, this aspect provides you with the ability to reason. What I mean by this is spirit speaking. What I mean by reason is having the capability to consciously recognize what is right for you in any situation, whether you do this or whether you don't do that. Only your inner core knows your truth. Don't let anyone who is aloof convince you otherwise. But there is an agenda behind this. Keep that in mind. There's an alien race trying to take over the earth. They're doing pretty good, but they will not succeed. The mental self or body, this aspect provides you with the ability to reason. What I mean by reason is having the capability to consciously recognize what is right for you in any situation. It is a part of you that creates by thought and choice. The emotional self or body, this aspect is denser than the spiritual and mental bodies and is responsible for physical expression. You get upset, it shows in your face. You get happy, it shows in your face. It influences all the actions and reactions triggered by your pleasure pain memories. Its enormous power brings what you are choosing into the certainty of being. Hello, Abulida. The physical self or body, this is what most people think they are, the body. But really, your physical body is just a vehicle for you, the other bodies. It lets you move freely in the world while you work to align your personality with your soul. It is your individuality. Your physical self allows you to come together with others to share life experiences. Hello, sexy human beings. I'm saying that. Spirit continues. All these aspects make up the human entity. Even though they are different, they have one thing in common. They are all made up of energy. It is through such a synergy that the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies connect to the all-pervading spirit. You see, you are greater than you can possibly imagine. So I guess really the spiritual work and or play is simply imagination. Is it not? Has that picture not been drawn? What are you imagining? How are you doing in this time of trials, tribulations? Are you moving into initiations, integrations, and graduations? Hello, Brother Bob. It's not hard. But Keith, I need to go to church every Sunday. No, you don't. You need to be your full human self every day. That is the church. You are the temple. Here's the church, here's the steeple, open the door, and here's all the people. Or the sheeple. And I don't mean that as a slam against anyone one of us would deem to be unawake. Sheeple meaning including me, that which I am asleep to. I am asleep to lots, but I am opening doors. I've done many years, blood, sweat, and tears of many spiritual chores. Now I don't have to pick up the oars anymore. I'm putting my oars down, and the current simply turns me around and moves me downstream when I've been so pedaling and paddling upstream to try to make my life mean something. God damn it, I mean something. God damn it, you are something yourself. What is that something? Nothing and everything all at the same time. Everything means that anything you can understand, you are that. Nothing means anything you can't understand. You are that. How does it feel to integrate that? What do you do with that? I'm still learning to juggle the spiritual bowling pins myself. I've had many strikes and many spares I have been given. But eventually, I'm going to hit 300. 3, Trinity. See? Everything is connected. Words, colors, sounds, synonyms, acronyms, yamamonyms, it's all connected. It's all connected and erected through the nothingness into everything. The color blue, B-L-U-E, blue. And blue, B-L-E-W. They are connected by auditory vibration. Everything is connected. So before I leave this presentation tonight, which is Center of Light Human Being, look at the joy. Observe the joy. Take in the joy. Initiate, integrate, and graduate into the joy of the smile coming off of the face of God on earth today. We have won. It's over. But we still have to step the step. We still have to play it out so that the story in hindsight, in the future vantage point, in hindsight, won't be 2020. It'll be 2021, 2022, 2023, so forth and so on. That we're the ones that did it. And you will be immortal. Your name will be written in the Akashic Hall of Records. And your face and some sort of bust image is going to don the library as one who did the work and the play. You see, when you really begin to integrate, it's not about work at all. It's about going into the cosmic sandbox and realizing, oh my God, I came here to have a little bit of fun, and a whole lot of fun I am having. I love you. God is on earth today in many different forms. There are many different embodiments of God on the earth today. Swamji. Many of them in the East. The West is not per se ready for that. The entrance will be too soon. People will shy away, and it will serve no purpose. So there's an integration process. Swamji, many of the divine avatars in India, you, we, me, we're all embodiments, illuminating. A true master will not create followers. A true master will create masters. Teach a man how to fish, he will eat forever and ever and ever and ever. Bob, thank you, bro. Oh, what I didn't want to say earlier is, and I think I did, but I'm going to repeat it. Homecoming is now moving back up the charts, if you will, on Amazon. Really cool. Thank all of you for your support. Rena, thank you for your review, if you're still here. I think I got sidetracked as to why I'm repeating it. What is it like to be human fully? I don't know. I'm working on it. I can tell you what it feels like to me, but that doesn't serve you whatsoever. What did it feel like to be you on the best day that you can imagine that you've ever had thus far in your life since you were born? Fantastic. Times infinity. Crank the knob. You know exactly what you need to do. It's not a learning. It may come across as learning. It's a churning, a burning, a yearning, and a turning within yourself. That is yourself. So what is it you're really saying, Keith? Through all of this rhetoric, you are a divine, sexy human being unfolding into your future, which is not only the reason you are here, is what you are. That's the reason you are here, to unfold that very essence. I'm going to leave you with a little excerpt of what, who, why, where, the possibility of Swamji's presence on the earth. God bless you. Not many. Most people will never see such glory or even invite such a story into their life. I'm going to show you a small snippet of Swamiji at Mahashivratri festival some years ago. He is so revered in India. I'm showing you this for the reason of the level of the crowd, for the attendance of the crowd, on purpose. Not this many people are crazy and or fooled. They understand the Lord is visiting the earth. And they show up and they show out. Without a doubt. I'm going to say it now. Happy holidays. I will see you, you crazy, sexy human brother and or sister of mine.
ओम गम गणपतये नमः। ओम गम श्रीं लक्ष्मी गणपतये नमः। गुरुमध्ये स्थितं विश्वं, विश्वमध्ये स्थितो गुरुः, गुरुर्विश्वं न चान्योऽस्ति, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः, तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। विश्वश्रीनिवास गुरुदत्तं, विश्वश्रीनिवास गुरुदत्तं, विश्वऋषीश्वर हृदय निवासं, विश्वऋषीश्वर हृदय निवासं, विश्वश्रीनिवास गुरुदत्तं। अपुरूपं परमाद्भुतरूपं, अपुरूपं परमाद्भुतरूपं,